Welcome back everyone to Magius Plays The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Last time, we got a couple of side quests taken care of, got a new piece of armor purchased and upgraded, and we got a lead on where one of the lost memories can be located. So this time, we're going to jump right in and go at it. Now we're going to stick up here for the time being because navigating around down there is pretty rough. And there are a lot of enemies down there. That's the tower that we got a couple episodes ago now. Now, I do have to say, this is an absolutely beautiful area. But not a whole lot special we can do here. Just run along. Of course, it's raining right when we get to a cliff face. We're gonna need to head down sooner or later. There is a shrine around here. Which, if I remember this one, it's a little bit tricky getting around to. I'll worry about that after we get to memory. It should be. Alright. Right up there. Of course, it's raining, so getting back up here is going to be a pain in the half. At least it shouldn't be raining for terribly long. And we don't really need to climb. You can just hover down, easy as you please. And you see a spot like this glowing? This is where you get the memories from.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lanayru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you, well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
It's here.
This is it then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
And we begin right near the end. Now, the next thing we should do is go back to Impa and tell her about the memory. But first, I see some more resources to gather. And something that is very difficult for us to deal with right now. A Lionel. Saying right inside, right behind a fox. So yeah, we're not going that way anytime soon. We have some pretty decent gear right now, but I am not ready to take on the Lionel. No siree. Our next quest objective is up here, so let's travel back. And this is one of the reasons why I don't really use a horse that often to get around. You basically go in a straight line when gliding, and if you need to get back to somewhere you've been, you can just teleport there. At least if you've been diligent about grabbing the shrines along the way. Which I forgot to grab the shrine up there. Oh well. I'll get back up there later and go to that. For now, we're already back here, so let's see what Impa has to give us. Now that you have seen some of the princess's memories, you must have started remembering certain things. Here, I will hand this over to you now, before I forget. The Champion's Tunic. Another high defense item, but it requires a lot of special materials to upgrade it. This is something of yours that I've been keeping safe by request of the princess. This clothing was specially made for you when you became a champion. Please handle it with care. And that's about as far as we can go with that right now. I'll see you when I get back over to where that shrine was supposed to be. Alright. Yeah. And we'll need to go back and talk to Impa once we've gotten more of the memories back. Well, good thing I stopped by here because it looks like I can go ahead and upgrade the champion's tunic. I knew I should have upgraded the leggings. Oh well. Sooner or later I'll get, well, sooner or later the chest piece will be better than the tunic because of just how rare the materials you need to upgrade the tunic are. However, this one does have a special property, in that it lets you see how much hit points the enemies you're fighting have left. Which can be extremely useful. Now, this is another thing that I want to take a picture of. Hardy radish. Because that's one of the main ingredients for filling up, or for the full recovery item. So, it's good to have as much of that as we can get. Alright, up here we have another place for a Korok seed. We need to move that. Over to there. There's always something new to find and do in this game. Be it gathering new materials, more Korok seeds, which are literally all over the place. Or just new enemies to fight. Well, don't you look suspicious? About a year ago, I was walking along the road here at night when I suddenly saw a blinding light in the sky. When my eyes finally adjusted, I found myself looking at a shimmering object floating overhead. I couldn't look away. The next thing I knew, I was bathed in light. When I came to, I woke up in a bed covered in sweat. What do you think about that? Sounds like a dream. At first I thought it was just a bad dream, but the bed I woke up in wasn't my bed. It was a bed full of liquid in an empty room, and when I looked in the corner there was a weird glowing device. And when I touched the device, I was overwhelmed with a feeling of familiarity. When I came to, I was here. What do you think about that? Why so mum, Hylian champion? Your story ends here, hero boy. Or maybe yours does. Because I have a spear. I had a spear. Now I have a pitchfork. And there's nothing you can do about that. And then we're back at the start of the road again. And that's down the drain. Hold on. Sorry about that. Had a little something pop up to you I needed to check on. Now there we have plenty of horns and fangs again. And you can see why this area can be a bit of a mess to try to get around. Once you get a little ways in, half the road is gone, and... rude. And there's just no good way to get around. We might as well come in here. Take at least one of these guys out. Or not. That didn't work out quite like I had hoped it would. Oh well. I didn't think I quite timed that correctly. Oh well. It all worked out in the end. Would be nice if I hadn't thrown the boomerang away like that, but what can you do? At least I'm getting a good chunk of money here. Roasted bass. Might be kind of useful. And another arrow. Let's see if this can... Nope. Oh, we get a spiked boko spear. I like the spears, so that's nice. Shock arrows. Yes, shock arrows are very useful, and we're going to need them later in the game. Not quite yet, though. Then... Shrine is over there somewhere. We can either take a boat to get it, or we can climb up and glide down. First, have a couple snails and frogs to grab. Yeah, let's glide down. Climb up high enough, glide on over, and what we want is within the cave, I believe. Hey, we've got some more ore we can get. Yep, there is the shrine. A bit more amber. More rock salt. And over here, I have a special type of mineral. You can always tell when you're going to find luminous stone when you're traveling around at night and you come across the ore deposits that are glowing like that. Let's head right over here. and see what challenge this presents us. 3 boxes. If I remember this one correctly, it's a bit of an interesting one. With several steps in the process. First things first, what do we have here? More amber. Starting to think that may be a pretty common resource. Anyways. We need to weigh down this switch, but it needs a lot of weight on it. However, we have 3 boxes that we can use to do that, which you can definitely see how much weight they put on there by how much it dips when the first one was dropped. So 1, 2, almost there. And that gets us an opal. And we can't quite reach that one. However, what we can do is shoot out the rope holding it. And that brings that a lot closer. Place that down. Let's just get the box out. That gets us a Zora sword. I'm gonna go ahead and put down... I'll put down the spare torch for that. This may not work out terribly well for me, but I think I'm going to go ahead and swim out and collect the arrows I shot. Yeah, that's a bit too far out for this one. However, catch your breath, jump back in. Definitely do not want to go wasting arrows in here. Now, we have a few steps that we need to go through. Step 1, we need to get this in position here. Can't climb up that, so step 2, we need to get in position here. Step 3, and finally step 4. And there you have it. Spirit Orb number 3. We're getting pretty close to our 6th heart. Still got a long ways to go before we're ready for the Master Sword, though. And that wraps things up here. Join me next time when we go further and actually start looking at possibly tackling the next quest. Now, freeing the divine beasts. And first thing we're going to do there is head up and grab some more towers. Towers are very important, and we do not want to miss them. But that'll wait until next time. Until then, Magius out.